We're gonna keep all that. I just love how that looks, dude. Oh, it's so dope. Everything's so dope about this. Anyway, we're back in our Arathi Cathy. Like I said, I think I'm going to end up getting the space version of this game, which is Arathi Sector. Pretty excited about that, honestly. But we are back in. So, for those people who weren't here to experience last time... Oh no. Can we keep rotation lock? Oh god, I hate... So I forgot about Maddie, bro. Oh shit. Alright, so that is our pro tag, Maddie Bennery. I forgot about that. Oh shit. Alright. Damn. Whoever drew her, perfect. Great. Alright, cool. So, we did finish last time, so let's go to our character improvement. Alright, so leveling up is based on XP. Each level requires XP to attain it. You gain 1 XP per meaningful session. Meaningful relates to the idea the session was generative, enjoyable, during which time the character faced challenges, explored, or otherwise interacted with the game world. So yes, I do believe that she did. Bonus XP can be rewarded for completing a quest, surviving a especially difficult encounter, exploring a new area, attaining a major landmark story, and so on. No more than 2 bonus XP should be given per session. Alright, so... Then the real question, when we do level up, are we going to give her extra HP, or are we going to get a point into any stat? Ooh, I don't know. I think a point to a stat's probably good. If we're going for it, probably just good to do strength. Or we could make her super nimble. We could make her super nimble and instead make it so that we throw into her dex. But anyway, for now, let's put here. Oh. Let's see, can I do it fancy? X, P. Sure, why not? And we will have 1 of 2. So when she, assuming that we do well this session, she'll gain another XP and level up. So, day 1. We left our clan to Thunderstorm. We got lost immediately. But, oh, I guess we should do our reason, actually. Our reason for leaving initially. So a mystic holds the key to our clan's curse. There was another clan that cursed us. And we have to go encounter this mystic, or we have to go find this mystic to be able to... Yes, a lone mystic holds the key to ridding your clan of a terrible curse from a lesser demon lord. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this lone mystic. So we rolled it a little bit, and let's wander. So we got our quest. Maddie got her quest. Left clan to Thunderstorm and got lost immediately. So the very first day, we got lost. Our clan was here. Here was a thunderstorm. We got lost, got stuck. Day 2, we got stuck in here still. It was kind of chilly, and we came across a sunken cistern. And we were able to rest peacefully. No one bothered us. Day 3, it was still chilly. We used our horse. We found the village of Shotul, the Merchants Guild. We found the mystic, and we got quest where we have to go to the Maw of Chaos, and we slept in some poor lodgings. And that mystic was named Shogran. He's looking for information in the Mob Chaos. There's a tome of knowledge in there that we have to get. And so we shall. Day 4, we were able to do a light shower, able to make progress south, but no night events. Day 5, still here. Heavy rain. Jason! We got lost, no events, and we made camp. Day 6, partially cloudy. Not lost, no events, made camp again. Nothing crazy went on. Day 7, clear skies, foraged, found a stone roadway, and we found 3 bloodthirsty reavers. And we beat 2 of them without damage, and then the third one ran. And then we rested, and we didn't have any visitors. So now we're on day 8. Do we want to do 15 days? Is that the end of this? That's shit. Okay. Do we want to do 15 days? Or do we want to do 10 days per season? I'm not quite sure yet. $10? Yeah, I guess so it doesn't drag on. Yeah. So we're almost into summer now. So let us roll some dice. And the way it works, pretty simple. We're going to roll for weather. And let's see, what does day 8 give us? 1, clear skies. The sun shines warmly, perfect for travel. We have +1 on getting lost and +1 to foraging. Cool. So we have clear skies. Did we get lost? Let's find out. 5. There we go. We're not lost. That turned up to a 6 anyway, so we're good. Heck yeah. So we didn't get lost. We can forage if we'd like. We're still in this roadway. We can forage. But currently we have 12 rations, so honestly, I don't think we even really need to forage. So, we'll roll to see if we find a POI. 6, okay, we found some POI. Let's find out. 5 and 2, or 2 and 5. We could do 2 and 5, a deserted campsite with random equipment. Ooh. Yeah, I say we go for a deserted campsite with random equipment. That sounds fun, don't you think? So, random equipment. Let's go... What do we want to roll for? Random equipment, let's go... No, I wasn't really sure what I was doing there, so let's just go for this. 2. All right, so we'll go. The way it works is that equipment is broken into different different tiers. So let's go. All right, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that doesn't make sense because of lodging. We'd need we can't exactly find lodgings, or we could take that as light armor. Okay, there we go. So light armor. Let's see what we got. Light armor. Light armor. Cool. Is there... Okay, that's fine. Oh, or wait, hold on. I'm rolling in the wrong table. There actually is like a gear table. Oh no, bro. Yes, there we are. Okay. With random equipment. I mean, a random equipment, is equipment different than treasure? I think so. Let's go, yeah, let's do what I was initially doing, so light armor. So, Maddie had Maddie had a chest plate. So let's give her, I don't know, how about like a headpiece? That work? Think headpiece sound good? I think so. I'm trying to see if there's anything specific for, can we wear multiple pieces of armor? Into light, medium, and heavy? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll do light armor still. 2 weapons can be used simultaneously. Okay. Heavy weapons cannot be used except two-handed and dual-wielded. All weapons in the size category deal the same damage, but their abilities vary. Okay. So we don't have anything crazy or specific for her armor. So let's go... She had a chest plate, which they document pretty cool here. What if we instead give her... Yeah, let's give her a gauntlet. Let's give her a gauntlet. There we go. Let's go found camp with gauntlet. And then we can go like this. There we go. That'll be our little gauntlet. Sure, why not? And it has finger spots as well as a thumb spot. That sounds good. Cool. I'm trying to incorporate a little bit more drawing, you know? Trying to incorporate it, have some fun. Draw a little bit more than I usually do. All right, so we have that. Roll for our encounter. We can, why not? Let us see. Three and 3 is 6. All right, so angered or hostile. 4 and 6. Drunken brawlers or a champion pit fighter and entourage of 2d6 admirers. What's the pit fighter stats? Let's take a look at that. Is there a Black Legion champion or a champion pit fighter? Oh boy. I'm gonna assume that's this guy. So it would be 3d6 HP, has leather and a shield, or just leather. Has a sword, has 2 swords, and has 8 morale. So you know what? Because Maddie is a badass bitch, she is going to find a pit fighter. Yeah. So, cool. So let's go. Let's go our, what's it called real quick? D6 plus agility. 3 plus 1 is 4. And their agility is, oh, okay, cool. 3 plus 1 is a foul. And then I guess, well here, 5 and 5, they're the same. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. Maddie and pit fighter. Okay, cool. All right, so encountered pit fighter with how many? 2d6 admirers. Not fucking 9 admirers. So what was happening with this pit fighter? I'm very curious. So let's say, because we're still traveling down this road that we're in, this a stone roadway. So we're able to get on down it. We're wandering. We make camp. We come back. Clear skies, beautiful. We found our little camp. We kept on going. And let's say that there is a pit fighter that's sitting up there on a, let's say a small, what the hell are they called? A small carriage. And this is kind of like him going around Kal-Arath, trying to show himself off because he's a champion. He's won in one of the pits, so he wants to make himself kind of like ingratiate himself with a lord, so that he can live a nice life. You know, he's already a champion, so he wants to live a nice life and not have to really fight anyone anymore. And, angered or hostile, let's say that he's kind of hyping himself up and his admirers are all around him. You know, his, let's say manager? Sure. His manager is running around, kind of also hyping him up, right? And the pit fighter, he's way too full of himself. You know, he won in the pits. He is super headstrong, and he wants to kind of show himself, right? Kind of like prove himself. And by chance, we just happened to be in the area. Unfortunately, we were the poor bastard that ran into this pit fighter. What's a good name for this pit fighter? What's a good name for this, like, dickbag pit fighter? We're gonna give him some big old muscles. Yeah, that's our little pit fighter right there. And then let's do admirers. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, cool. So yes, this pit fighter, he's here, he's going, and let's say he is Angie. He's an Angie boy. He's a very Angie boy. We'll call him, let's call him Garth. Let's call him Garth the pit fighter. Yeah, I like that. So Garth the pit fighter, and we can attempt, if I remember right, we can attempt to intimidate someone. Do we want to attempt to intimidate this guy? On a 4+, they go first? That's right, okay. I'm gonna say he's heated, right? He's heated. So we're gonna go... You're still getting calls? That's trash, brother. That is trash. Let's go... Yeah. He has 2 swords, so I'm kind of scared on that one. Let's go for it. Let's try and intimidate him. It would be 2d. It'd be 2d6 plus our presence, which we have none. 6 and 4 is 10. All right. You know what? I know how we're going to do this. I know how we're going to do this. We are going to Mog this pit fighter. That's what we're going to do. We're going to Mog this pit fighter. We are going to be pit champion maxing. That's what we're going to do. So, champion maxing, we're still down this road. And Garth, Garth, next 2 weeks because the boss man had emergency surgery. God damn, dude. Are you at least off right now? Alright. So, Garth, the pit fighter, we're here. He's coming up, and he's doing like the whole Hulk Hogan thing. Brother, you think you can... sister! Do you think you can take on the Pit Lord? You absolutely should. At what, like 100%. No bullshit. So he pops on up, and he thinks that he thinks he is top dog. He is a boss, head honcho, so to speak. But he has not met any of the Beaky Bens. For a second, he looks at Maddie in anger, and then there's just a flash of fear over his face as he looks at Maddie's absolute honking beak. The monstrosity that is the Beaky Ben bloodline's nose. And I'm going to say that it hits his morale, definitely. Yes. Yes. Next time I play this, I'm going to play a caster. Oh, it's only when they fight. Shoot. Okay, well, okay, so instead, what we're going to do is that she comes up on there, and he's trying to look at her. And again, hey, think you can take on the pit fighter? And he sees that honking nose, right? He sees the glory that is. Come on, motherfucking iPad. Madeline Bennery, and he sees that thing, and he's like, okay, and he gets really angry. Maybe someone with a nose not quite as corpulent as the the Beaky Ben bloodline. Maybe someone with a larger-ish nose once threatened him, possibly. Maybe if we were to peer back into the psyche of Garth, the champion pit fighter, we would find out that his initial trainer, Marth, had a relatively large schnoz, and he had anger from Marth ever since he first treated him terribly back in the pits. So he sees that nose and he says, oh my god, that's it, brother, it's go time. And the admirers are kind of like cheering him on, and his manager is sitting there like, oh man, we should maybe we should do this, maybe we shouldn't do this. He's like, yeah, let's go there, brother. So he jumps on down, and he's going to attack, right? He is going to attack. And so we're going to do our initiative. It's 2d6 plus that, so... Right? Is that what it was? Initiative is d6 plus agility. 6 plus... Okay, so either way I go first. Doesn't really matter. And there's only Garth. There's only Garth, thankfully, which I wrote him as just... Oh shit. I wrote him as just pit fighter, so we have to get rid of that. So we're gonna call him Garth. Alright. So I got 6 HP, and Garth has... where's our boy? Where's our boy? 3d6. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, he has 9 HP. Alright. And we're going to be fighting. So, what's her name, of course, comes in with her axe. She has her axe. I forgot what the hell the axe does. The axe... Battle axe on a crit for go damage to tear the enemy's weapon away. Alright, cool. So, the way combat works, we're going to do... attack is 2d6 plus strength. That has a 4 and a 4. 4 and a 4 plus 1 would be 9. And where did I get him? Okay, cool. And he has... Let's say he has 2 damage resist. So, 2d6 plus strength. That's 4 and 4, so that's a 9. Everything is player facing. I'm trying to remember the rules and all that stuff. Alright. I prefer so. Okay. In a round, you can move, do anything for a few seconds. Yep. Attacking, defending is done player facing. Method with 2d6 strength versus 8 to succeed. So we got a 9, so we succeeded. Use agility for missile attacks and for blah blah. Success means rolling weapon damage, which is a d6, and subtracting any defense. So he has 2. So we're going to go boom. That's a 4 minus 2. Okay, so he takes 2 HP. So our R1. Garth takes 2. Alright. So Garth runs on up. Oh yes, he pulls both of his swords out. And Maddie's like, whoa, hold on. And he's like, no, there's no stopping the Garth train. Well, I mean, that's at least something, right? You at least get something for it. Kind of ridiculous either way, but you at least get something. So the Garth train is running up, and he goes to initially come, and Maddie says, "Okay, you asked for it," and she takes a swing and just chunk axe right in his chest. And of course, you know, he has the armor, so it stops him. It just stops him dead in his tracks. And he's still pretty angry, so he's not going too crazy. But that's more of an affront to him instead of like, hey, I might actually be in danger, because he's a pick champion. So ooh. So boom, boom, boom. She takes 2 damage. He's down there. And then 2 weapons can be used simultaneously. Roll both weapon damage. Okay. And then take the best. Roll both and take the best. Okay. So he only has, the swords are what? D6 each? Yeah. Okay. So I dodge, and again it's 2d6 plus agility, right? Yep. 2d6 plus agility, 2d6 plus strength. So 2, 1, 3 is 4. So unfortunately, no, I do miss. I actually do get hit. So he runs up. Take the best out of the 2. Okay. So he runs up and swings right after he catches that axe in the chest. He comes by and he tries swinging, and he nicks her. If I remember right, my light armor is 1 damage. Yes. So light armor is 1. So Maddie takes 1. All right, cool. So we are at 5 and 7. Maddie, of course, kind of upset because this dude just randomly starts attacking him. She's gonna go and dodge out of the way, but still get nicked and take a little bit of damage. 5 and 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7. She just barely misses. She spins around, takes a swing, and it just barely clears by his nose. Garth, the champion, of course, is still freaking out. Brother, that was a bad idea. 2 and 3 is 5. Plus 1 is 6. Takes a few hairs, but a clean miss. Yeah, you know, as you do. I've read it like 5 fucking times, but just in case. Yep. To succeed with an 8. Yes. Strength. Oh! Is done in player facing. Use agility, blah, 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 blah. If 2 players move, blah, 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 dodge. Okay, never mind. I thought that, yeah, okay, so it's 2d strength plus 2d6 plus strength versus 8 to succeed with a melee and or brawling grappling attack. Cool. Brawling is you just essentially take half that damage. Grappling means the opponent cannot do anything. On the opponent, yeah, 2d6 plus agility to dodge. Failure means takes damage. Okay, cool. So, she swings around, barely just takes a few hairs off of his mustache. He says, "Brother, you've made a bad mistake." And he goes to swing. And again, we miss, so... Oh god, we gotta take the highest of the two. 5. Maddie takes 5. We take 2 off, so Maddie takes 3 damage. Garth 0. Maddie 3. Fuck. Maddie is down to 2 HP already. Good lord. Let's hope we get a crit next time. And he goes and he just stabs right at her and catches her right on the corner of her gut. So she's bleeding pretty bad. Ooh, 6. That's a critical. So is a critical for damage or everything? 2d6s is always a critical. Okay, gotcha. And then the, what's it called, are exploding. The 6s are exploding. Okay, cool. So that is a 9 plus 1 is a 10. Absolutely attack. Absolutely do a good attack. And then she has a d6. 4. Alright. And that takes 2. Round 3. And Garth takes 2 damage. Really shouldn't have fucking did that, but whatever. And then Maddie's gonna try and dodge. Bro! 3 and 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Maddie, don't dodge. Bro, she's gonna die. Yeah. Oh no, we tank 1 hit. Alright. And then Maddie minus 1. So he stabs, she gets really upset, and then just takes her axe. No, bro, go the fuck away. We're trying to have fun here. And takes her axe and just absolutely swings right into him, catches him right on the leg, and understandably, you can kind of see the light just clicking a little bit in his head all of a sudden, but he's still kind of in too much of a rage, right? He's in a rage, brother. So hopefully with this next hit, we can possibly mess up his morale and maybe, I don't know, run? Okay. And of course, as he gets hit, he kind of gets a little just ragey, and he just slashes and straights down. Have I been? Hold on. Did I do? I picked the 1 level thing with the axe, right? Didn't I? Bro, I haven't been adding the +1 to his to our damage this whole time. So let us just say he's at, well, actually, what would it be? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he'd be down to 3 HP. So means that his it's time for a morale roll. Time for a morale roll. 2d6, higher than their morale at fleas. And his morale is, I think it's at 8, right? His morale is 8. So we have to roll higher than 8. 6 and 4 is 10, baby! Ooh. Ooh. Garth flees. Alright. That was very close. That was very close. Because Maddie's on 1 fucking HP. Alright. Well, Garth, he realizes he takes that slash to the leg, and his eyes open up. He gets out of his, his bloodlust, his stupor, whatever. He's like, oh no, brother, I think I messed up. And he freaks out. And he got caught in the leg, caught in the chest. He's just dripping a little bit. Or, there's blood kind of coming out all of him. And he just hauls ass. He gets into that cart, and he smacks his manager. He's like, just get out of here, brother. And he flies off. Now here's the real question. Can I make this bigger? God, I wish there was a fucking vector eraser, thank you. Oh, object eraser, technically the same, but whatever. Cool. What up, Cathon? You just barely missed our character, which I don't think you saw before. I don't know if you saw Maddie before. Madeline Bennery. Listening in car, so you'd be... Okay. Hell yeah. Michael Vitt. So here's a question. This is the story thing that we were doing, which I'm still trying to explain. But we're going to roll 2d6. 5 and 1 is 6, so I'm not going to add it. Never mind. If I got one of those numbers, either 2, 11, or 9, then we would have tacked it on to another of the story bits. Or we would have rolled a d6 to see if we wanted to tack onto the story bits. But that's fine. Well, no, you know what? Because I think that would add, so 6. Yeah, because, you gotta think, if Maddie just took out this random-ass pit fighter in the middle of, the desert... Alright, I'll be here. So, pit champion Garth was defeated. Nine admirers confused? Maybe? Yeah, let's do 9 admirers. Their 9 admirers were just kind of confused. And because he just hauled off, right? They were like, oh yeah, you're the badass, you're the best, Garth. And then he starts taking some blood, and he's like, oh, oh no, and he just runs like hell. And they're like, wait, you're the best. Like, what's going on? And they all kind of look at Maddie. And they're like, yeah! And one of them comes up to her. She's like, what's your name, new champion? She's like, oh god, I don't want to... He's like, I don't care. My name's Madeline Bennery. She's like, yeah. They're like, yeah, Madeline. She's like, just call me Maddie. Yeah. Are you guys gonna follow me? Well, no. We gotta get back to town. And we're like, okay, well, do you by chance know of some mystic in, you know, do you know of any mystic anywhere? So let's do a presence check. 1 and 3 is 4, so that is a no. And they're like, yeah, and they're all like, no, we don't know a mystic. They all answer in a cheer for some reason, all 9 of them. So she says, okay, whatever. Well, whatever, man. And they said, well, all right. Well, good luck. If you ever get into insert next town that we find, look us up. All right. So yeah, she survived. She survived a fight with a pit fighter. I think she definitely deserves XP just from that, right? I think she really does deserve XP just from that. So the thing we're going to do now is we're going to possibly heal at the end of the day. But before we do that, our final thing, we didn't get lost, but we already did the encounter. And now our last one. We're going to get a little farther on down, and that took some time, so we're not going to get on out yet. We'll at the end of the next day, if we're lucky, we will get out. So, that's a 2. Fuck. 4 and 1 is 5. Okay, so we found some poor travelers. Okay. So, let's go survived and found poor travelers. I can't fucking spell. On camp. Okay, so we found our 4 travelers. There's some poor travelers. They say, is it okay if they come in and say, we're sorry, we don't mean to bother you. And Maddie, Maddie's bloodied to hell. She's at 1 HP, so she's not doing too well already. But she says, yeah, just sit down, whatever. Says, I'm sorry, we're afraid out here in the dark by ourselves. And she's like, yeah, you can sit, whatever you want. They says, oh, thank you so much, thank you so much. And the way I'm gonna roll that is that we're going to share our rations with them, so it's going to cost an extra ration tonight. So we're going to down 10 rations. Consume one of them. Maddie's not evil. If she was a mage, if we were a necromancer, then we absolutely would have done that. All right, and now, like I said, we can actually do the health thing, since this is the first time that we've actually lost health so far in this character. All right. Healing occurs at the end of battle. Gain 1 plus toughness at the end of the battle. So 1 plus 1, so we gain 2. So we're back up to 3 HP. So Maddie's at 3 HP. Characters also recover 6d6 plus toughness with a full night's rest. Okay. Nighttime encounters and other interactions cancel out this healing process, as does the lack of supplies. Okay, so then she is just stuck at 3 HP for right now. One of the rations? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't actually give us any like rules on what you're actually supposed to do, so I'm just kind of more storyboarding that. So we're going to do day 9, and we're almost out of this season. We are almost out of this season. Now where is my season table? Let us continue. 1, another clear sky day. Love it. Clear skies. Beautiful weather. Are we going to get lost? 1 and 2 is a loss, right? 4 plus 1 is 5, so we're good. We could forage if we want, but we're not going to. No, they are. All of our friends are here, and they get really loud, so apologies if you guys can hear them. I can turn the, what's it called, down a little bit. I don't know if that'll help. We'll see if that works a little bit better. That seems to be the levels are leveling out more. Hopefully. Okay. Cool. Alright. So, Maddie is going to be traveling, and she is going to finally get out of that with the road. Oh, well, while we're... No, you're good. You're good. I forgot, while we're following the road, we can't really get lost, but, you know, whatever. We didn't get lost last time anyway. Alright. So let's see if we can't roll for a POI. 3, we didn't find a POI. Good. He kind of needs rest, honestly. 5 is an encounter. 2 and 2 is 4. They're angered or hostile. 6 and 1. Either 2d6 cultists or d6 traveling pit fighters. I'd rather do... We did just fight a fucking pit fighter. What is a cultist stat block? Let me guess, they do magic. They do magic, don't they? Where's the fucking cultists? There's no cultists on here. By saying that you beat the shit out of Garth, honestly, you know what? I really like that. That's so goofy, but I really like that. So yeah, hell yeah, dude. 3, yeah. Clear skies. Encountered 3 pit fighters. And yeah, you know what? We're gonna do a presence check, yeah. Needs to beat an 8. 6 and 1 is 7. I'm gonna use my focus point, because I didn't use it last time. I think it is a single reroll. Or is it a single reroll of a dice or a single reroll period? Let's find out. Because I would... You may start with a -1 to gain plus anywhere. Nah, I'm not really worried about that. Start with the following skills. Yep. And then also, all characters receive 1 fate point to reroll any of their own dice rolls. Okay. Reroll the 1? Thank you. I appreciate it. 6? Bro, we crit. We clit. Okay. Since that's a clit, we get to read our dice exploding. Dice are exploding for combat. I don't think dice are exploding just for your generic rolls. Damage dice explode. Okay. Okay, so damage dice explode. But either way, this is our first fucking clit. Hell yeah. Okay. So we beat it. And so Maddie is, you know, she's still bloodied up. She still has, like, you know, the fucking stab wound in her side and everything, which is weirdly and miraculously healing pretty quickly. But, you know, that's just the magic of Kal-Arath. And these 3 pit fighters are kind of, you know, walking along. Well, they're like preening and they're, you know, puffing their chest out and this and that. And they go on and they're walking and then they just stop. They see Maddie in the road, kind of like, you know, holding their side a little bit and keep going. They're like, oh, wait, hold on. And Maddie can hear them talking to each other for a second. Is there? Yeah, I mean, like, look at it. Like, you can't ignore it. You can't, like, it has to be her, right? Like, look at the thing on her. Look, I mean, the thing's fucking huge. Oh my god, I've never seen that before. And Maddie, you know, she's used to it at this point. The Ben line is unfortunately cursed her, and they're sitting there talking. As she starts walking up, she goes, "Yeah, I know. I got a big honker. Okay, chill." They're like, "Oh, like, oh, did you beat Garth?" And she's like, "That jackass with the cart?" He's like, "Yeah. When we were traveling and we found people coming up this way, and they were they talked about Garth being beat by some no-name warrior. They only could really describe the you know, your massive. Yeah, I know it's massive. Okay." It's like, "Oh my god, I can you sign my shield?" And the other two are like, yeah. Can you sign my gauntlet? Yes. And she's, you know, so she's sitting there, you know, she signs away her fucking thing and put the big B on there. And so we're gonna go fucking signed armor as the Destroyer of Garth. The Garth Destroyer. And went off. Okay. So thankfully, it wasn't so much a presence of intimidation as it was like awe. Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit. The Garth big woman, yes. Okay, so we'll put Maddie's titles. Let's do titles. The Garth big woman. Yes, that's what we're. All right, we're rocking that shit. We're rocking that shit, baby. Hell yeah. Okay. And she's like, "Man, that was just fucking weird. Like, whatever, man. I'm hurting like hell." And you know, she's sitting there. She's slowly resting. Is it per day? Hopefully, with a full night's rest. So if she doesn't get like a clear night's rest, she will not heal at all. All right. Well, 1 to 2 on a D6. 5. Okay, so she doesn't. So D6 plus toughness. Really? I can actually use my fate point on that, so I might actually do that. D6 plus toughness with a full night's rest. Yeah. So, there we go. So she's back up to... we'll just take it. We'll go back up to 5 HP. So Maddie is almost... After 2 days... Yeah, no, you're good. I appreciate it. I appreciate someone using it. Rest without incident, I guess. Yeah, we'll do that. So she rested without incident. Hell yeah. Maddie is finally able to rest, and now we are firmly in the this new area. And we'll do like a little campfire here, and if it was without incident, wouldn't it be successful night and greater heal? So any time that you don't have any night event is when you heal. If you have any type of night event, like when we had like with the 4 travelers, that is considered interrupted rest, and you don't heal at all. So we're here. We're in this new area. And day 10? Yeah. It's an interesting system. Like I said, it's pretty rules light. You can adapt it to a bunch of different things, honestly. Like I said, I definitely want to try Arathi Sector. I want to try the space version of it. That's probably the next one I'm going to get. So I say... spring turns to summer. And we are in summer. So we have a new weather table to roll. Oh, you know what I haven't been doing? Okay, let's say 2 days, so we'll do 8 rations. Yeah, we haven't been doing rations. Alright, anyway. Number 3. Light rain, a welcome relief from the summer heat. Okay. Light rain today. Rain, hot inferno, boil alive in humidity, and literally in hell. Almost. The fucking number 6 on that is windstorm or tornado. Like, brother, what are you gonna... A goddamn tornado appears? What? Excuse me? Okay, so that's a natty daddy for 6, so we absolutely did not get lost. Which is good. I'm not really worried about any of that stuff yet. Alright, roll for a POI. Number 2 is nothing. So we're going to roll for a incident. Number 5. Son of a bitch. We're going to roll for 4 and 5 is 9. Friendly. Oh my god, we finally have a friendly. 6 and 1. 6 and 1 is traveling pit fighters or D6 demon cultists. Do we just want to keep going with the pit fighters? We found some friendly pit fighters this time. Let's see. 4. Yeah. You know what? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Found 4 friendly pit fighters. Yeah, honestly. Okay, so we did do that, right? So you know what we're gonna do? Here, let's see. Are they linked? Are they linked? Please be linked. 3 and 4 is 7? No. Okay, so they're not really linked. That's fine. But we are starting to... You know what? No, fuck it. Fuck it. We're gonna throw the pit fighters in. Like I said, you can do as many storylines as you want. It's your, you know, it's your game. Do whatever you want. So 4 pit fighters found. Yeah. She gets to the next town, a bronze statue with a giant nose with a ripped female form. Yeah. All right. So 4 friendly pit fighters. And like they are just fucking ecstatic to see her. They are overjoyed. They are incredibly happy. In fact, one of them is the pit fighters from the last group that we found. And they're at this point, like people know that she's coming south, right? So they're sitting there, and they even have like a little encampment. They're like, oh, yo, it's her. And like the one that we had first, the one from the last event, he just runs on over. He's like, oh my god, it's Maddie. It's the Garthbridge woman. And he is freaking out. He's the one that has like the signed shield, right? He has like across the shield, he has like, you know, like Maddie B or whatever. And they are just flipping out. And the other ones are coming up. They're like, no way! It's the woman who beat Garth. It's the Garthbridge woman. And there's just a bunch of buff dudes around her, which Maddie's fine with, honestly. There's just a bunch of buff dudes, and she is she is like, one, just weirded out because she can't. This whole quest is her trying to save her clan, right? There is nothing. Well, what are we even doing here? There's just a bunch of buff dudes who are just like, yeah, yeah, anything you need help with, anytime, I got you. And they're just, they're like singing her praises. They're just freaking out. They're loving it. They're having fun. The other one's like, oh, can you sign my stuff? Oh, please sign my stuff. And they, like, she signs one of their canteen. She signs one of the horse's saddles that they have, She signs, I don't know, what would be the third one? She signs, his... The peck, yeah, you know what? Instead, she's just signing the pecs of the dudes, yeah. Signs dudes' pecs. Yeah! Oh my god, I love it! Oh, Maddie! Yeah! And they are just having a fucking blast, bro. They are loving it. Oh my god. And they are just... It's just a good day. It's a good day for everyone. She's like, for once, people aren't trying to fucking kill me, right? For once, people aren't trying to kill me. Everything's okay. Yeah, and she is just loving it. So what we are gonna do, since we have that title of the Garbage Woman, you know what? I'm going to have the title, and that title gives... Let's go +1 to pit fighters. We're going to do +1 to pit fighters, not just with combat, but like, story-related things as well. She has eyes capable of sight, surrounded by works of art of men. Damn right she do. This girl is having a good old time. Also, since she is in like a small-ish clan, so she is experiencing a bunch of worldly delights that she was never privy to in her clan. So there we go. But yeah, so I'm gonna say like the Garbage Woman title kind of gives her +1. So like if there was it's a great day. It's gonna be a great day and night for Maddie. But we're gonna say that in the event that we fight more, that we're going to get a +1 on like all the rolls for them. If we're doing things socially, I don't want to do that without blowing your eardrums out, but yeah, so that's cool. And then we are going to do our night event. So 4, hell yeah. So Maddie heals up to full. That is now, I mean, she has 1 toughness, so it's 1 HP minimum, so she heals back up to full. Hell yeah. Rests. Rests with pit fighters. Yes. Maddie definitely heals up. Don't worry about that. Day 11. And there we go. So we are still here. We need to get to here, the Maw of Chaos, to be able to get to, to find this book of magical information that this sorceress is looking for, Shauron. 4 pit fighters found, and spent time with, sure. She is indeed getting a reputation with the pit fighters. I think she's loving every minute of it. So today we're definitely going to be saying that she, she thankfully doesn't get caught up in a fight. She does, she definitely... So today she definitely takes 4 dudes in a fight, right? And she's going to go on there. So we're not making any travel today. But we will continue on for day number 11. And I'm kind of impressed. Maddie's, she's already had one near-death experience. Like, she's doing pretty, she's not doing the greatest for herself, but she's doing pretty damn well. So, whether or not we are, you actually saw that better than I did. Tree. So it's gonna be another clear skies or light rain. Clear skies and light rain forever. More light rain. What's that old phrase? April showers bring May flowers. So let's say it's the summer and we're out here kind of in the steppe. Spring is sprung, and there are flowers everywhere. Wish it would rain out here. We have rain like every other day. We have thunderstorms most days. Just love being in the south. So, yeah, I'll say that, what Maddie encounters, I don't think there's an encounter for it, but just in case. We get lost? No, we don't get lost. Cool. There's not an encounter for a giant thing of flowers, is there? That would be pretty, I think. Okay, we don't have any POIs. That kind of sucks. 4, thankfully we don't encounter anyone, because Maddie doesn't really want to fight people. Make it up, fuck it, we ball. Alright, cool. So let's say... yeah, there is also a, like a field of flowers. Beautiful field of flowers, really. Just as let's say that she crests over into, like, this valley. And there's just set out before, it's like an entire sea. Let's say red and yellow. Giant red and yellow flowers. As far as the eye can see. And there looks like there's kind of some small pathways, like people will be walking through these and whatnot. But yeah, she just finds this absolutely beautiful valley. I forgot how the fuck I painted flowers. But yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. She, like, after going from... You gotta think, it's been 11 days, dude. And she's just traveling essentially in this desert area. She's been attacked, she's been beaten, bruised, and other things. And, this is a real breather for her. It takes her breath away. And it kind of gives her a sense of scale of, where she is in the world. And that, there is going to be a bright day. She feels really feels really reinvigorated. Hey, I can do this. I'm going to save my clan. I don't care about, like, whatever the pit fighters are spreading rumors of. Like, I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to help my clan. I'm going to be able to save everyone in my family and all that stuff. And it gives her, it gives her some kind of catharsis for all the bullshit she's had the past few days. And she's reinvigorated and she's fucking going for it. She is getting up and she is going. And I'm going to say that we're going to move a little bit faster for the next day. Of course, does she encounter anything? No. Good. So she is just hauling and going on down to the next one. Beautiful, really. Beautiful, absolutely. So now let's hope that weather doesn't fuck her over immediately. 6. There's a tornado. All right. Okay. Right after she gets you know, after she gets happy and you know, everything's beautiful and everything's grand, she tornado happens and things are just flying everywhere left and right. Her horse is, you know, barely getting it. She let's do 12 tornado hits. What in God's name is this land? I have no idea. And let's see, no travel today. Foraging is impossible. -2 to getting lost. So we absolutely get lost. Tornado hits. Gets lost. Can't travel. So there we go. That's not good. And I'm gonna say, you know, gets lost in the sense that, you know, she just can't go anywhere. She's stuck. We're so close. She can almost feel the Maw of Chaos with how close she is, but you know, unfortunately cannot. And that tornado hits. Everything is just terrible. Everything's blowing around. I mean, there's no damage. There's not going to be any POIs today. There's not going to be any encounters. Because, again, there's a goddamn tornado. There's not exactly much we can do. We will do nighttime. Okay, 5, so there's nothing on the night. So, she lost literally an entire day. No night activities. Day lucky number 13. Lucky number 13. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be really nice. There's not going to be a tornado. Instead, there's going to be a heat wave. That's great. Heat wave. So, for the heat wave, half to traveling speed, -2 to foraging, expend an extra ration. Which, by the way, we haven't been expending rations, because someone, me, keeps forgetting. 7. So we'll just set it to 5 for this day. We get advantage to... Once you get lost once, rolls to get lost are made at disadvantage. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's a 5. That's a 2. Alright, so we're good. So, thankfully, Maddie doesn't get lost. I guess the whole concept is, like, so that you don't just keep getting lost forever and keep getting stuck. But -2, so it would have been 3, so either way, we still wouldn't get lost. Very lucky. There's a heat wave. Maddie's trying to get the fuck out. She was schmovin' because of that flower field, but now she is not schmovin'. Let's do 5 or 6. Let's find a POI. 64 is a field of demon sigil prayer flags, or 46 is a settlement. I say she finds a settlement. I say she definitely finds a settlement. Oh yeah, baby. You know why. So, settlement. 2, an encampment. Heatwave. Finds. Encampment. So then the encampment doesn't even have like a name. It's not even that wild. But we'll see what type of person. Number 5, local militia or mercenaries. Okay, cool. 5 and 5 is 55. There is a Beastmaster. There is a Beastmaster who is seeking wealth. Okay. And we could keep on rolling through for their stats if we want. But we're not going to worry about that. Finds an encampment. A Beastmaster is like the whatever. Let's see if there's trade available. Textiles and clothing. Maddie doesn't have that cloth anymore, right? No, she does not. But, I mean, she can still potentially buy some stuff. More bar robots. More bat robots. No, this is fantasy. And this is Kal-Arath. This is really fun. We're gonna do this one at some point. This one's really good. It's very streamlined. So yes. Finds encampment. Let's do local militia. And textiles. Textiles for sale. All right, cool. Yeah, so this is a small encampment. I'm going to assume if we did come back through here, then we are probably not going to see it again. It's probably because the way that it describes the encampment is like a small collection of huts or yurts. Small group of tents, yurts, etc. So I'm assuming this is like a nomad. So the way this works is that every Kal-Arath works by having your hex grid, as you can see. And this is kind of like the path that we've taken so far for her story. And I'm just kind of detailing stuff. So the way it works is you set out with an initial quest in mind. Becoming a living god because he beat the equivalent of Hercules, Satan. Pretty much. I have... I'm becoming a fan to pit fighters, that's for sure. So, you start off with your quest, and it's super open-ended. We essentially had it so... Where is it? So our initial story was that there is a lone mystic. Oh, Hercule. Sorry, my bad. I think my Hercules. So a lone mystic holds the key to the curse that a lesser demon lord has put on our clan. So that was the initial story that we had going. And over time, you kind of like explore this world. Every day, you start out by rolling for the weather. And the weather determines how much you can travel, if you get lost, if you can forage, things like that. Then after after your weather, you see if you get lost. If you get lost, you get stuck, you get turning in circles, and you can't really move anywhere on that day. If you don't, then you start rolling for POIs. And there's a whole bunch of different POIs. And we rolled this one, we rolled a settlement. And then we got to, there's little things for generating settlements. If you don't do that, then you roll for an encounter. And you can possibly roll for an encounter. For the enemies could just want to straight kill you, all the way up to being actively helpful. And there are various different enemies and monsters and all that stuff that you find. The one we're talking about with the pit fighter is... where was it? We found it on day 8, there was clear skies. We found a camp with a gauntlet, so we have like a little bit extra armor. We encountered a head or a champion pit fighter, and we named him as Garth. I don't know why it was there. And he had 9 admirers following him. So he was kind of like doing a tour because he just, got out of the pit fighting circuit and he wanted to make a name for himself and hopefully have one of the demon lords kind of take him on so that he could, just have an easy life. This is think of like a Conan the Barbarian style world. So we fought him. We beat him. We beat him until we had 1 HP left. And then we did a morale check. And he realized he's a chicken shit and he's not going to take any more damage because we had our axe planted firmly into his leg. So he freaks out. He hops on his cart with his manager and he's like, get the fuck out of here. So the admirers, they all freak out. And they're like, oh, you beat Garth. And I gave ourselves the title. Oh, you have to see Maddie, by the way. Here's Maddie. Here's Madeline Bennery. We gave ourselves the title of the Garthbridge Woman because we defeated Garth. So we have gained an extra rapport with any pit fighters that we found. And funnily enough, the next 2 days, we found groups of pit fighters. Yeah, Garth is garbage, absolutely. So the day after, we found pit fighters. We did another morale or like a presence check, which is this version of charisma, and they already caught wind. Bird nose equals power. It's the Beaky Ben line. Beaky Ben is a recurring character in our lore of everything I've done since I played Bloodborne back in 2015. And Beaky Ben, their ancestors always have a nose. So, we found pit fighters, and they wanted us to sign shit because we beat Garth, and everyone's like, "Oh, Garth was a piece of shit. Take him down a peg." Next day, we found four more friendly pit fighters, and we signed their pecs. We had a nice night with the 4 guys, and then it just keeps on going. You randomly generate stuff, but you make a story, and it's very streamlined. It's very quick, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Like, this is probably, yeah, one of the 4 was from a group of the first 3. Like, this is one of my more favorite solo RPGs. This is like the box. There's like the special box. There's more stories as well. There's the Valley of the Black Ziggurat, Lords of the Pit, which we could do that. There's like actual pit fighting, and then I can't show this one fully, but Kal-Arath, Twin Sun Sutra. There's a bunch of expansions and all that shit. I am thoroughly happy with this system. It's very simple to run. It's very good. There's a sci-fi version called Arathi Sector, which I'm ordering probably tomorrow, and we're definitely going to bring Madeline Benry to the stars. But if you're curious, it is a very, very quick system. So, did I do my rations? I don't remember. I don't think I did rations for today. No, we don't need to because we're in So we'll do poor lodging, and let's say we burn another 6 silver. So 68 silver. We don't have anything that we can sell. We could have. I'll think about that. So this is pretty much how many rations? We're at 5. Daily rations, we're at 5 right now. So the entire system, to resolve anything, any check, it's a 2d6 plus whatever the stat is. And if it's 8 or more, then you succeed. Generally. Of course, I mean, there's always exceptions to the rule and whatnot. Yeah, we'll need a forage soon. I think we're going to eat here because we're in a settlement, and, they're mercenaries. Mercenaries aren't too far away from pit fighters. But yeah. So, to resolve anything, you roll 2d6 plus whatever your stat is, and there's only 5 stats. Strength, agility, toughness, intelligence, and presence. And the names are, pretty self-explanatory. To attack, you do 2d6 plus strength, and that's your attack roll. If you get more than 8, congrats, you hit. If you get less than 8, you miss. The defense is 2d6 plus agility. If you roll more than 8, congrats, you dodge. If you don't, you get hit. And you can rout an enemy's group when they get down to half of their group's HP or a single creature's HP. You can do a morale check, and you can make them run off. And that's what we did with Garth, and that's how we became the Garth Bitch Woman. There's some other stuff. I think there's like armor and weapon. Fucking like durability, but I haven't been playing with it because I don't really care. I like, probably if we fight like something crazy, like if we fight a demon lord, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna like destroy some of my armor and stuff. But for right now, I'm not really too worried about it. Let me also just take a minute to breathe and get a drink. That is also, if you want, the character sheets are also really dope bookmarks. And I love the art in this shit, dude. It's so good. Everything about this game I really like. It's a really, really fun, super easy system to run. And it's all, like, the hex crawl is really nice. Forget food and get trashed at the settlement. Oh, we're going to. Because I'm going, the what's it call it guy is seeking the what's-it-called guy, the Beastmaster that we found is seeking wealth. So we don't have anything that we can give them. But what we're going to do, just for funsies, like the game doesn't have it, but you know, you always have fun. Let's do a presence check. Let's see if they want to party with the Garthbridge woman, the Slayer of Garth. And the Slayer of Garth, layer of many pit fighters. So 3 and 5. We don't have any presence, but that is an 8. So I am going to say that we're talking to this head of the militia, the Beastmasters, and he kind of sees, you know, he sees that this woman can lead him to some riches since he's trying to seek wealth. And so she, you know, they party of what they can. You know, it's a bunch of tents. It's nothing crazy. But I'm gonna say that party at encampment. Yeah, there's gonna be a party at the encampment. Maddie is, you know, she doesn't have to worry about her. She won't pay for lodgings today, which I already took out of her, so I should probably get back. She's not going to pay for lodgings, and she's not going to eat. You know, she's not going to spend her rations. She just having fun. She partying it up. You know, men, women, whoever come up to her. She has a really nice night. And you know what? There's this rumors and opportunities board, which there's also like potential conflicts. So like you could also like roll that if you wanted to, you know, make like a faction rivalry or shortage of food or what have you. And then there's also special features. So we could have rolled it to have like, you know, a religious festival or something like that. But dude, it's a you know, it's a small little encampment. But we are going to roll on the rumors and opportunities table. 6-3. That would be a secret underground passage, or 3-6 would be an ancient curse. Maddie's already had enough ancient curses, so she is instead going to go for a secret underground passage. Because she's still just one woman, and she's trying to, you know, survive as much as she can. So let's go secret tunnel. So I'm gonna say that one of the women, you know, that's like drinking and partying with her, she kind of leads Maddie off a little bit and a little bit away from the camp. And at first Maddie's smashed. Maddie is straight fucking gone. But even though that is a thing, she's still kind of noticing like, hey, this one woman is leading me out into the dark. And like there's this big stone that they're walking up to, right? And Maddie being chugging the Maddie lights. Damn right. She's a fucking Maddie daddy, I'll tell you what. And you know, the stone, she's getting a little wary, but she's still, the booze is still flowing through her pretty heavy. But as she gets up to this rock, she notices there's a small light coming out from this rock. And the woman kind of like peels back, almost like a fake wall, kind of. And there is light coming from a tunnel down beneath. She says, you know what? Fuck it. Let's live our lives, right? Let's live a little. And she goes on down, and there is just another party. There's another party just fucking blasting, man. They are having a good old time. We'll keep it PG because, you know, we're streaming and all that. But she has a very good time in that tunnel that night. And you know what? Just for fun, there's not like a presence. There's not like a perception. It would be your int. So we'll do that. 2 and 5 is 7. Plus 1 int would be 8. So that'll be a win. I'm going to say that she finds random treasure. Or as everyone's partied out, I'm going to say that she finds just a little bit hidden away. So 3 and let's go 3 and 2, which is a Masterwork Steel Dagger. Okay. So Maddie found a Masterwork Steel Dagger. Found Masterwork Steel Dagger. And if she doesn't want to use it, she can sell it for 70 silver. Not bad. Let's do Masterwork Steel Dagger. There we go. So, and she kind of pockets it, and then she just skips on out and goes back up to the, like, the main place again. Which, curious, what the hell is Masterwork? Masterwork gives +1. Just a straight +1. Nice. A dagger can be thrown. Damage is d6 divided by agility when grappling or enemy is prone. Interesting. Alright, so we'll just keep it. I mean, if nothing else, it's a +1 weapon. So we have 2 +1 weapons because of our axe proficiency, as well as the Masterwork Dagger. Pretty good, I say. Man. Did I keep that straight? Kinda not really at all. That's fine. Alright, so there we are. Let's do Masterwork Steel Dagger. Let's go... Let's have like... We'll have like a psi type thing going on. Sure, man. That's what a Masterwork Steel Dagger looks like. It definitely doesn't look like a butterfly knife. Ah, shit. There we go. Perfect. Alright. And then... Masterwork, do you need proficiency for that? No, it's just, think of it as like a +1 weapon from D&D. Like I said, the rules are very, very, very... I wouldn't say simple, but they're very streamlined. This doesn't really try to limit you in any way, shape, or form. It seems like if you have the gumption and, you know, your rolls are on your side, then you can really become just about anything. And we're going to get to the Maw of Chaos tonight. I don't know if we're going to get through the dungeon. We're probably not going to be able to get through the dungeon, but we can at least start it. And then we're definitely going to level. Maddie survived an encounter, and she also made progress towards her quest. She's getting 2 XP today. But, day 14, and now, sure, whatever. I don't know what the other roll was going to be, but I like that one. I was rolling for weather, which is clear skies. The sun blazes in the sky. Hell yeah. Green grass and clear skies forever. Maddie's getting more action than she ever did in her town. Alright, cool. So... she is going to make it towards there. And I'm just... are we getting lost? 1 or 2 means we are not getting lost. Good. Good. We should probably, like, also gear up, right? Let's buy, like, 3 rations in the camp before we leave. Yeah. I'm gonna say 3 rations, so that is 18 silver. So that would be 56. If we want, we can sell the fucking steel dagger. It depends if we're even going to use it. If we take a weapon proficiency, maybe, but no. So that's 3, so we're going to be back up to 8 rations, which is good. The fuck was that? Okay, cool. God, who is drawing this? This is... Oh god, they need to, you know, take up with this. Alright, so that's all good. And we're going to finally access the Maw of Chaos. Found the Maw of Chaos. So, this is where our initial story was having us sent to. And this will be the first time we get to actually generate a dungeon. So that's going to be fun. Roll on the dungeon to proceed. Is it going to be the same as... I'll just write it on the back here. And it's kind of like 4 Against Darkness. You build up the dungeon as you play. So, step 1. What type of dungeon is it? We already know it's a dungeon because, like, the Maw of Chaos. So, size of the dungeon. 5. Vast. 9 areas. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Let's go for it. The Maw of Chaos. Beautiful. So, 9 areas. Adjust the size as per challenge and pacing. We'll try. So, that's interesting. 9 areas. It doesn't necessarily mean a room. A large cavern, section of corridors. It's up to you. Each area is defined by a certain number. Okay. Roll all the dice at once, let them fall on a flat surface for a sheet of paper. The position of the dice is relative, represents the layout of the areas. Ooh. That's interesting. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so that is how the Maw of Chaos is going to be designed. Very interesting way to build up a dungeon. Okay, cool. 9 click-like math rocks. And you know what? I'm even going to make it dirty. Like, I'm not even going to try to, like, make it super, you know. Okay, cool. You know what? That's a cool way to generate a dungeon, honestly. I like that. I like that. Instead of just like, it's Dungeon with Chaos in the name. So yeah, of course it'd be, you know, this is the Maw of Chaos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then there you go, in the center. And let's see. Draw around the dice on your initial throw to determine area shape. When actually exploring, reroll each die as you enter to determine its contents. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. When a 6 is present, it indicates a boss room. If more than 1 is rolled, keep the 6 that is furthest from the dungeon and downgrade any all 6s. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Oh fuck. Okay. I was just grabbing these. So what it means is like everything that we roll indicates something of a room. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. All right, so number 1 is empty. We'll do 1, 3, 5, 5, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. We need 3 more, so let's go Okay, it's a 2, 5, 5. 2, 5. And let's go 5. Okay, cool. So a 6 is a boss room. Well, that's because you rolled d10s and 20s, 12s too. Yeah. I guess grab dice in general. Interesting. Very interesting. I do like how that is done. That's super cool, especially for like solo play. That's super neat. Okay, cool. So let's say that the Maw of Chaos enters in that way. Cool. So we will say that we will say pathways, right? Let's go like that, and let's go like that. So there we go. So the way that I see this as we're going... Oh, I meant to go like that, but whatever. So the way I see this as we're going to go like counterclockwise. And just kind of go through that. If more than one is rolled... Oh, okay. 1 to 6 is... Okay. So there isn't always a boss. Gotcha. Interesting. Okay. So we can start this. We can definitely start this. So, boom, boom. So Maddie is going to come on in here. And, you know, let's say... I mean, we have torches, right? I hope we fucking have torches. I didn't even think about buying them. Yes, we have 5 torches. Okay, so that should be fine. How long do torches last for? Do they last? Is it kind of just like roll on, kind of like do your own thing? Yeah, there's nothing wild or specific about it. Okay. Oh, maybe we should... A 5 is a treasure or item room. We have 3 item rooms. Well, that's fine. Hopefully we find Polly in there. If we find Proptosis, I'm fine with that as well. Okay, so Maddie's going to go on in, and right from here, we'll say that 1 torch will last us for, I don't know, how about the 1 torch will probably last us for the majority of it, as long as we don't get into like too many fights. So we're going on in here. And here is our first room, which is an item or treasure room. So, Maddie might be coming out stacked this time. 4 and 5. So we'll do quality boots. Or do we do 5 and 4? Masterwork steel sword. Oh boy. Now let's do quality boots. That sounds... It sounds like we're getting a little ridiculous if we just keep on doing this. Quality boots. Cool. Alright. Oh shit, we have healing herbs and we didn't even use them. That is interesting. Also, I realize there's no point for us to be holding a tent. Because, like, you know, that's probably just part of our pack. Alright, Maddie, so let's go on in. You're back? What up? So we generated our first dungeon. The way that you do it is you take a d6 equal to the number of areas that you have, you throw it down, and each one of those, you just kind of like draw the map, and each one of these numbers corresponds to a different thing. So for instance, these 6s are boss rooms, 5s are treasure rooms, etc., etc. Yeah. I mean, everyone, you know, like all my regular viewers love it when I play with myself, so, yeah. No, but Kal-Arath is really fun. This is, like, we've done probably a good chunk of solo RPGs now. This is the first one where it feels just, like, OSR-y enough, like, and, like, dungeon crawly enough and RPG enough that we can roleplay a little, but we can also get into, like, you know, the old school AD&D fucking like dungeon crawling and fighting and stuff. Kal-Arath is probably my favorite system that we've tried out so far. I did like Ironheart, but Kal-Arath is very good, and you can roll with other people. I am very much enjoying it, and I am excited to see where Maddie goes. Hopefully she doesn't die in this dungeon. It is called the Maw of Chaos, so we're gonna find out. I'm just gonna keep the equipment up there. Alright, she goes on in, and let's say there are, since this is like the closest one, there is, it kind of looks like a bit of like a burnt out encampment. Maybe like a little pot there. And in it we find quality boots. So there's a bunch of stuff kind of strewn about. It looks like some people left in a relatively recent fashion. And she finds those boots kind of just chilling on the, like near the side of the, like in the wall. There's some like old bed rolls and things like that. So if we do need to rest, we can come back there. Number 5 again is another damn treasure room. So 4 and 4, it is a whetstone, or 4 and 4, it's a whetstone. All right, cool. So I'm going to say, yeah, so we found like a whetstone. Beautiful. And I'm going to say that that's only 2 silver. That's trash. You know what? I'm going to say that Maddie just uses it to sharpen instead of actually keeping it. So we're going to... Maddie finds a whetstone there. There's probably like a good bit of rocks. There might even be some like nasty old desiccated weapons that are left over. And she finds her whetstone and she sharpens her axe a little bit. I'm gonna say that gives her +1 to like the first attack she does next, and that's it. Boop, boop, boop. There's not really anything there. There's no like, unfortunately, there's not really like rations or whatnot. So the problem is, I'm gonna keep on going this way. The problem is the way that we generated this stuff. There's a lot of fucking treasure rooms. We have 4 treasure rooms, or item rooms or whatever. Is there a difference between items and treasure? No, it's the same thing. Oh shit, I haven't been doing this. First roll d6. On 1 or 2, it's guarded by a foe. Okay, never mind. Alright, let's just roll that for the whetstone then. And it says that you can OSR pretty much any monster you need to. But 1 and 3 is 4. Let's do a skeleton warrior. 2d6 skeleton warriors. 7 skeleton warriors. Let's not do 7 skeleton warriors, because they each have 2d6 HP. Yeah, let's not do 7 skeleton warriors with 6 HP, each at level 1. Instead, let's just do 1d6 skeleton warriors. Okay, 3. 3 with... I'm gonna use my fate point. Okay, there we go. There you go. 5 HP. 3 skeleton warriors, 5 HP. Okay, cool. We'll do that instead. And let's do our initiative. Anything above a 4. Okay, so 5 plus 1 agility, so 6. So either way, we definitely did that. So Maddie goes first, and then skeleton, skeleton, skeleton. They have 4 HP each, I think is what I said. And Maddie has 6. Alright, cool. So, combat's pretty quick, and we'll go through it. We'll show you how, we'll explain how it works again. So, we have our skeleton warrior. They have a sword, and they have leather. They're also immune to fear and mind-altering effects. All slashing and piercing damage is done at disadvantage. That fucking sucks. What is my axe? Is my axe slashing? I assume so. It would make sense, right? It's an axe, so it slashes. Well, that's great. Everything's done at disadvantage. But we get a +1 on our axe anyway, so that's not terrible. All right, Maddie's going in for the first one. So we take our, since we're using a melee weapon, it is 2d6 plus our strength, which is 1. 3 and 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6. If it doesn't hit an 8, then we don't hit. So Maddie might die here. Maddie's probably going to die here. Good thing she healed back up. And now we're going to do a dodge. 4 and 4 is 8, plus 1 agility, so we dodge the first attack. So Maddie runs on in. The skeletons, they kind of reanimate and they start shambling towards her. As they start shambling towards her, Maddie takes a swing and, of course, misses. She, as she's running by, one of the skeletons tries slicing at her, but misses. She's too nimble. 3 and 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Unfortunately, she does get hit. 1 damage, but we have 1 armor, so it doesn't do anything. So round 1, Maddie loses currently none. And then to make this easier, we'll go boom, boom, boop, boop, boop. Currently, he comes to swing, but the second one swings, but because he's, a weak little skeleton, it just kind of bounces off. The second dodge, 3 and 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I'm getting agility for our first level up, by the way. Huh. Dice in this explode. So a crit is another reroll. I don't like that. The second skeleton sees that sees that sword bounces off Maddie. And with the power given to them by the ancestors of all the other skeletons that have been trounced on before, with Maddie not quite looking, the skeleton swings around in like a hurricane spin, and with one cleave, beheads Maddie. Yeah. So that is... Yeah, I think we definitely, should tone it down. We should definitely tone it down for, solo play. But we're living and abiding by the dice. We are living and abiding by the dice. And as such, when actually exploring, re-roll each die to enter the area to determine its contents. That way you actually get to describe. And as such, this is the skeleton, and that is Maddie's head. With this, we have ended the story of Madeline Bennery. She was the winner of Pit Fighters, Layer of All. She was going to become level 2. Do we keep it? Do we keep it? Or do we cut one of the skeletons back? Because we were actually supposed to fight 2d6 skeletons. We were supposed to fight 7 skeletons with 8 HP each. Maybe he was an assassin in his previous life. Do we run it back? Or do we let Maddie's story end here? If someone has a reroll, they can. Otherwise, we're ending Maddie's story here. She died in the Call of Cthulhu universe. She died in the Kal-Arath universe. No, we're done. We're done for tonight. I say, you know what? That was our first run in Kal-Arath. It was pretty good. Honestly, it was fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. You know, we have our fun little character sheet here. We made Maddie. Perhaps in the future, we can use the Garthbridge woman again. Or we can incorporate that into some other story. Who knows? Yeah, I enjoy this game quite a bit. This is one of the best that we played recently. And like I said, there's many more stories. There's many more stories that we have. And like I said, there's a sci-fi component. I kind of like the Conan the Barbarian, you know, sword and sorcery, whatever. If we do this again, I want to make a mage. I absolutely want to make a mage. All right. And Maddie's character has come to a close. So, thank you so much for watching and listening in. And Necromancer, perchance? We do. We actually do have Necromancy in this. We can take a look at it real quick. Because Sunday, I don't really know if... There's not really another game that I have currently that I want to try out. Maybe the Vampire or Loner Cthulhu. We'll see. But there is spells. There's Blood Magic, Destruction Magic, Domination Magic, Illumination Magic, Shadow Magic, and Corruption Magic, which is, you know, the... what's it called? There is also... So, when you become a mage, you have to take a Doom. They have role-playing consequences or whatnot. Each of the 5 packs are available to the caster immediately depending on his int, but casting them requires a base difficulty of 8, which is increased by 1 for each tier of spell. Caster can only attempt a spell as high as the current unadulterated int score. And then there's also a casting failure. 1 results the inability to cast spells again until a long rest. Crit failure results in an arcane disaster. And there's various things. A demon comes to take your body. your blood vessels burst. You just lose -1 permanent HP or -1 permanent other stat. Could be fun. Could be fun. Yeah, I think next time we will make a caster. Could make a necrodancer. Mm-hmm. We could make undead servants. Invisibility? Ooh. What are the other ones? The blood one, drain d6 damage from anyone touched. Shatter or disintegrate one non-magical item within missile range. That's pretty cool. The caster causes uncontrollable confusion. Success means the caster can force a reroll of any one roll each time he casts the spell. Not bad. Oh, Jesus. Fucking the level 5 Pact Illumination spell. Any roll made in this game is subject to 1 reroll at the caster's choice. Effect lasts entire session. That's crazy. The caster kills one individual with a mantra. Roll d6. On a 6, gain a level also. That's crazy. Causes a major plague outbreak in a populated area. The plague lasts d6 days. Oh my god. Magic is horrifying in this game. I like it. I like it. Lena, we're gonna probably do Kal-Arath at some point. It's goofy, it's crazy, I like it. And you can really adapt that to any setting, honestly. I'm pretty sure there's some homebrew content. I'm gonna take a look if there is. That's pretty cool. But we have we have all the current books. Yes, we will, if we can, we will summon Pit Fighter. Oh my god. The Pit Fighter story was my favorite so far. Honestly, that was better than what we had to actually find. Maybe another Pit Fighter was the one who actually put the curse on our clan. Perhaps it was the Ungarth. Alright, but, I mean, it's also a very deadly game. You know? So yeah. That was Kal-Arath. A lot of prize... Someone lost a prize fight to your father? Possibly. We don't know. It's fun. Like I said, we'll definitely do this again. I don't know if we're going to do this Sunday. I don't really have too many other things. We could try Carnethalis. I don't know. We'll see. I've been wanting to try that one as well. But yes, Kal-Arath is now my current favorite solo RPG. Just because of... It's very freeform, very open. I enjoy it quite a bit. So, thank you so much for hanging out, watching, being, seeing. Thank you for going on this journey with us. With Maddie's story. It ended too quick. It ended in the prime of her life. But much like many other would-be heroes in Kal-Arath, all she really earned was an early grave and an image in people's memories of a rather large nose. Yeah, I'm enjoying them as well. But for now, thank you so much for watching, for listening, for hanging out and all that. And we will see ya, not tomorrow, but Saturday, for more Dirge of Cerberus. Alright, bye.